WWE remove Odyssey Jones from the roster. Plus, a WWE star pulled from Raw hours before the show. And we have an update on another Raw star following an injury scare. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. We start with a Jones Odyssey. Where's Odyssey Jones?
I haven't got a clue, Tom. Do you know where Odyssey Jones is?
No, I don't. No idea.
No.
Is that no, it's not. So he was obviously part of a story, a burgeoning story involving himself, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. A lot of people worried that it might become like the New Day, and people were like, no, don't mess with the source. So that was a concern there, but there was a little burgeoning story there regardless. However, just before Raw last night, he disappeared from WWE.com and he wasn't backstage either.
And he wasn't on the show because he wasn't in the arena. Nobody knows where he is. What's going on with Odyssey Jones?
And it wasn't even like there was like a holdover for something else. There was just no mention of Odyssey Jones, of that story at all. There is a lot of rumour and innuendo and speculation as to what's happened here. A few sources, unconfirmed, still saying that Odyssey Jones is essentially done with WWE, but no details as to why.
It is very bizarre what's gone on. Because as of yesterday, this time yesterday, he was on the Raw roster. I assume we're going to gear up for an episode of Raw where Kofi would say to Xavier Woods, well, we were looking for someone to take us under the wing. I'm going to take him under the wing like we were looking for someone to do that wing stuff with 10 years ago. I assume it would have continued carrying Cross as well, lingering in the background going, ha, I did all this. And then this is where we find ourselves today.
It's been referenced somewhat by Xavier Woods on Twitter. Just before I came downstairs, I spotted that Woods had tweeted, nothing to do with me. So whether or not this is part of a wider story, or whether something's happened and he's just acknowledging the fact that everyone's talking about it, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see on this one.
It is unprecedented scenes.
We'll keep you up to date at cultaholic.com when we know more. A few things went down before Raw got underway, including a mandatory meeting for all roster.
Yes, this comes this comes from PW Insider. I don't know what I said there. I was malfunctioning like a robot.
Ross, can we restart Ross Tweddle, please?
This is what Peter Insider had to say about this meeting. They held a mandatory talent meeting this afternoon before Raw. That was yesterday afternoon, of course. The main news item coming out of this discussion is that talents were told to be mindful of not cursing while they are on camera. We are told they did not specifically go through what words were not allowed to be said on television, as much as an overall reminder to stay in the proper lane for the company, which is still technically TV PG programming.
Now that'll change, obviously, when they go over to Netflix. They'll be able to be a little bit cheekier. And we have seen a lot of envelope pushing on WWE television in the early months of the Paul Levesque era. It certainly felt like it's got a little bit of its attitude back.
Yeah, but I certainly feel for the superstars in question here, because we go through a similar thing here on YouTube. The automatic robots picking up words that sound like something but we aren't actually saying that word. Words that sound like Spock.
Yeah,
that appear on the anatomy somewhere, you know?
Oh,
you know that word?
Yes.
Can't say that one, apparently.
Shoes.
Everyone loves a bit of Spock, you know?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I'm a big fan of Spock myself, contrary to popular belief. But there's a lot, I guess as well, when you're in the throes of something like that, you can sometimes lose yourself a little bit. And I think because the envelope has been pushed, I think everyone's looking to push it a little bit as well. But in this meeting, Paul Levesque said, look, don't be Spock suckers and just behave yourself when live on television. Thank you very much. At least until when we get to Netflix.
Imagine if the first segment on Netflix, we just hear someone go,
just drop every swear word possible. That'd be wonderful. But before Raw went to air, obviously we had this mandatory talent meeting, but also we had a star pulled from the show.
Yeah, Bronson Reed in 2024's got the bloody COVID.
I know, right?
Who would have thunk it?
There was a bit of it around, at least where we live. There was a few people I knew that got COVID.
Yeah.
I thought, that's a very retro thing to go and get for yourselves, you know? It's like walking into work wearing, those Air Jordans with the pumpy soles on, or, a skateboard, denim jacket.
Goodness me.
Vinyl, Laserdisc. Dreamcast.
Oh, Bronson's all right, though, resting up at home with the old vid. But he was obviously meant to take place a match on last night's Raw. He was meant to have, but he obviously couldn't do it. They did a big replacement of Fightful. Got right in the scoopsies before the show went on the air.
Yeah, Braun Strowman stepping in there. Braun Strowman got attacked by Bronson last week with a Greco-Roman splash onto the roof of a car. He's back now. He's fine now, and he qualified for the next round of the tournament. He's in the finals. Is Braun Strowman replacing Bronson Reed? Bronson reacted to the situation that he found himself in on Twitter by simply just tweeting "ugh," which is how we all feel when you've got a bit of the COVID.
Say,
I thought it was more like it could either be as in like I'm very annoyed, or I wanted to be in that match. No, I got the COVIDs instead. Yeah, full and speedy recovery to you, please, sir. And full and speedy recovery to Kairi Sane. She found herself in quite a tough situation last night on Raw too.
Who's that jumping out the sky? Kairi Sane. She went off the top rope to the floor, bashed her face on said floor, and whatever else happened to her face. Her eye looked very, very bad after the show.
It looked as if Kairi was doing a dive off the top, and it looked like maybe Bianca Belair was going to catch her, but Bianca kind of started getting pulled out of the way, and then sort of the last minute leaned in a bit, sort of got her arms round her, but by that point, Kairi's head had met the announce table in quite an aggressive manner. But she continued on with this incredible visual of just blood flowing down her face, because she's hard as nails, is Kairi Sane. PW Insider do offer an update.
Yeah, they say Kairi received stitches backstage from WWE's medical team after a match. If there's any larger injury, we've not been able to confirm what it might be as of this writing. We'll update if and when we can confirm more. Sorry, go on.
Feels like she's taking it in good stride, though.
But it's a good thing, though.
Yes.
What's her former gimmick, which still has little hints of it here and there today?
Pirate.
The old pirate. What do the pirates like to wear?
They like to wear long
eye
coats.
patches. We don't want 17 options.
A parrot on their shoulder. Wooden leg.
Get the eye patch
Johnny
on the go.
Barbosa.
You arse.
Yes, indeed. And she has shared on the gram a lovely photo of the stitches above her eye, and commenting with that picture saying, "I need an eye patch, haha," or "ha." If this we could have some fun with this and just do the pirate gimmick for 1 week.
Yeah, just have a kayfabe leg injury next week and then come out with a peg leg. Get a hand stuck in a toast or something the week after.
It's got a hook. Walks past a pet shop and a glue factory, gets a parrot stuck to her shoulder. Why aren't we booking wrestling?
I don't know, Tom.
Why aren't we booking wrestling?
There's many reasons, obviously.
There are many reasons. That maybe is one of them. Pro Wrestling Noah back in the UK this weekend. Their first UK tour in over 10 years. I spoke to their master of ceremony, the incomparable G-Man, all about the Noah tour, and I wanted to talk about not just the roster that's coming over. We got Marafucci over here. We got Keno over here, who's off for the first time in ages. But they've added some UK flavour to this tour as well, including Grado, who is part of the Pro Wrestling Noah tour. And there's such a magic that comes with booking Grado, but you wouldn't necessarily put Grado and Noah together.
Of course you would.
Would you?
Yeah.
I never would. And that's with no love lost to either entity. So we talk about that. We talk about like people that you're going to want to watch out for. It's a nice bluffer's guide if you're going along to the Edinburgh show on the Friday, the Manchester show on the Saturday, or the Electric Ballroom on the Sunday. It's a nice bluffer's guide if you want to kind of get your head around what Noah's all about before you go. So thank you to G-Man for joining us. That's exclusively on the podcast feed this morning.
And on the YouTube channel, we have a quiz coming up later. Myself taking on Andrew Dingle for AEW wrestling themes. Try and identify them in 1 second. Does the streak come to an end?
We'll find out.
Maybe not. Who knows?
And in case you missed it, throw your bracelets up in the air. WTF moments from Bash in Berlin, waiting for you right now.
It's a tough wank of a video, to be honest with you. There wasn't much to go off from that show. It was just a good show, and not much out the ordinary happened.
I think at one point I heard you recording it, going, "I don't know what to say."
I don't know what to do.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But well done for having the driest wank of a WTF moment we've ever seen.
Nailube.
Nailube.
Why do I say these things?
Nailube now on the YouTube. And for the latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Nailube.